It's Adrian Scott here with your lunchbox with you until 2 o'clock, and we've got some special guests in at the moment. Jamie Pratt, who's the coordinator for Autism Hampshire and for Autism Awareness Month, and also Karen Templeton-Mepstead, who's Community Access Service Manager. Jamie, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
Enjoying the lovely weather we got at the moment.
It's
and
better than, yeah.
Stuck in a studio with me.
Yeah.
I do apologise for that, and also to Karen.
Hi.
She'll be out in the sunshine, Karen.
Certainly.
Definitely. And we're chatting about, the month in particular, and the condition, which is pretty high profile at the moment with a program called the A Word. Now, you're high functioning autistic yourself.
Yeah.
Now, when did you know you had the condition, or when were you aware of it?
My friends and family always joked to me, "Oh, stop being so autistic," and when I was ordering stuff up and you just acting in a very autistic manner.
Right.
I found out only in November 2014 that I had the condition.
Right.
I'd suspected for some time before then, and it came through my last work that I did.
Right. What's the main characteristic?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
My interests, I would say, and the things that I need to have in the right places each day to make me cope.
Well, some people call OCD. Is that like an extreme OCD?
It's similar. It's not the same. It's similar because I always say, with my things, I know that it's slightly strange that I need to have, say, the same knife and forks. I need to eat my dinner in a certain way. I wear my jacket even when it's a lovely day like today. I know it's a bit strange, but I don't think something terrible is going to happen if I don't do it. I just can't not do it.
It's just a need to do it.
Yeah, whereas OCD would be, you don't necessarily think that it's a strange thing. You just feel as though that you can't do it, otherwise something bad might happen. So
because it does manifest itself in various ways, doesn't it?
Yes, to get a diagnosis you need to have you need to be showing 4 of the traits, and that is social and emotional, language and communication, flexibility of thought, and sensory. So when you are diagnosed, all of those things come into place. Right.
Yes, I see. It's a combination, basically.
yeah, because of my fairly recent diagnosis, I've been learning all of the time about the sensory issues, and just this sensory issues mainly, how they affect me. I've noticed that certain lights, some noises can are more distracting to me than I really thought. It's only since the diagnosis that I've been going, oh yeah, actually that's not what everyone else notices.
So you're more aware of it.
Yeah.
And whereas it might make you feel, oh, what's happening, are you sort of more relaxed with it? With life in general, because you're aware of you're now aware
I'm a fairly relaxed person in general. I mean, just a minute ago, before coming here, I needed a weighted blanket covering me because I was really shaking, and a lot of that type of thing people don't normally see. I've learned over years without a diagnosis because I thought it was just strange behaviour, I've learned to hide it. So I might sort of store it all up and do it of an evening or first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's things I'm still discovering myself. But
The one thing that I would say about Jamie is he's got an immense insight into autism in general, and that's very supportive for our client base, because he understands what they're going through, when they're going through it, and why it's happening. And it's okay for us neurotypicals saying that we know how people with autism feel. We can only imagine how they feel.
Jamie can articulate the condition. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. He's brilliant at it.
Put it into words. Yeah. We're going to chat a little bit more about the things that are happening for Autism Awareness Month. Jamie, some events happening this particular month during Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah. Well, I've basically came here to basically talk a little bit about what I do, which covers the whole year, but I thought I'd cover mainly the events that are happening in and around the Southampton area.
Excellent.
And some information about what I'm doing with the with my project work.
Absolutely. That'd be great.
So I thought I'd start with some stuff that's happening within the next week or two.
Right.
We've got a social group that's been running for a long time that's for adults. They also do a children's group in the Woolston area in St Patrick's Hall. They're actually set up by the National Autistic Society, but they're running a St George's Day event, not quite on St George's Day, but there's going to be some fairly unusual board games being played and some arts and crafts going on. That's on Tuesday evening from 7 till 9.
Okay.
At St James's Park Community Centre in the Shirley area of Southampton, they're going to have a drop-in day on the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd of April.
Okay.
Again, in line with St George's Day, where they're going to have people doing talks about autism, some autism awareness, some sensory items and things like that, and talk about their own social group. They run a higher functioning autism and Asperger's social group for adults.
And you run your own group, your own Serendipity group as well?
Well, the Serendipity is a project where we have something like 14 different groups across Hampshire.
Right.
And my main role is to recruit volunteers, support the volunteers, support attendees, and basically help to make sure that they continue. The St James's Park group is one of ours in Southampton.
Right.
They meet on a fortnightly basis on Tuesdays between 11 and 1.
Excellent. And indeed, on Voice FM this week, we've got John and Thomas who are doing some workshops. They're autistic. They're doing some workshops this week as well. And their programmes will be going out in a short while. John apparently loves football, and his commentary, I was watching a YouTube the other day, commentary that Jodie was telling me, was absolutely fantastic. And that's the thing with the autistic spectrum. when there's the honing in of a subject, it's obsessive, and it's really of high level, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think what we do in Autism Hampshire especially is that we look at the positives that someone has, not the negatives that someone has. And I think the most amazing thing about people with autism is they have got some real good strengths.
Absolutely.
And they can be really good as employees. They're running these serendipity groups, and they're giving back into the community.
Yes, have an awful lot to offer.
They do.
Awful lot to offer. There's other events, Jamie, that's...
So just for a little while, sticking on to the serendipity theme, we've also got a Mayflower group that runs out of the Mayflower Theatre.
Right.
And that's a brilliant opportunity for people to go to, because they have behind the scenes little sneaky looks. There's talk of a tour that will be at a reduced price fairly soon, and they get reduced tickets for some of the shows. The Mayflower's been brilliant with Autism Hampshire and the local autism community with organising shows.
Because the world of theatre, I would have thought, would be great for people on the autistic spectrum to embrace, because it's so expressive, isn't it? It's such an expressive way to...
Anything that gives someone some idea of how to express themselves is good, I find. It's known as a bit of a condition where people on the spectrum can't express themselves. That's not really true in my view. It's more about knowing how to express.
It's how to channel that expression.
And just something else that's happening during Autism Awareness Month is our fundraising team have organised a abseil down the Spinnaker Tower.
Are you doing it?
I'm talking about it.
We were just actually talking about that in the break, and Jamie says, I would like to do that, and I said, I reckon we can get the money together, so he's going to go away and think about it now.
I think so. Get the harness ready.
I've done abseiling before, and I loved it. I love heights,
really?
And so that's a good opportunity for people to get involved in. It's just reading my note. It's £50 entry and then £250 sponsorship for anyone that wants to get involved. I'll come back with contact details in a minute.
The thing is, now you said on here, Jamie, you're going to have to do it.
You're committed. It's being recorded all this year.
The problem is the Spinnaker Tower's in Portsmouth, and if it's a nice day, I'll have my t-shirt on, and I've got a Southampton badge tattooed on my arm. So,
oh dear! You might have to cover that up.
So I'll have to cover it up, wear a jumper.
I think you might have to.
Lovely day.
You have to.
But
anything else?
Yeah. Along with our fundraising team, they've also organised a really exciting day down at Thruxton Racetrack near Andover. Yeah. There's a Le Mans style race that they're organising.
Fantastic.
That one is Friday the 15th of July, and it's for teams of up to 6 people, £350 per team.
Right.
So it's it's a brilliant price per person, I think. And that's 2.5 hours of racing, breakfast roll when you get there, and some barbecue and some chances to win prizes. So that's not exactly in Autism Awareness Month, but it's in July, and it's something good to look forward to.
I'll tell you what, you can give us all the details throughout the coming weeks and months, and we can put it on our website as well. So all you can go to our website and more.
Great.
Contact details if people would like to find out more about the details, about the condition itself, and the particular events that are happening.
Yeah, so if anyone's interested in attending a social group, volunteering for a social group, or just finding out more about that end of things, our office contact number is 02380 633 951, and you can also email me at jamie.pratt@autismhampshire.org.uk.
Okay.
Using that 633 951 number, you can also get through to our lovely community access officers who can help with information and advice around the condition and local services that might be able to help people, either waiting a diagnosis, recently diagnosed, or been diagnosed for years and just need a bit of help. They can also help parents and guardians and stuff like that.
Excellent.
So,
their website address once again.
The website address is autismhampshire.org.uk.
Excellent.
And there's all the information on there. We are from the community access team, but there's lots of other services that Autism Hampshire provide, obviously across Hampshire.
Indeed, across Hampshire, indeed.
Yeah.
And Jamie and Karen. Karen, if you'd like to mention anything as a passing shot?
I'd just like to say that it isn't just Hampshire, it's Hampshire, Southampton, Portsmouth and the Isle of Wight.
Right.
And we're free at source, so people can contact us and it doesn't cost them anything to find out the information.
Excellent. Lovely. Well, thank you very much to Jamie Pratt, who's the coordinator for Autism Hampshire, and also Karen Templeton Mebstead. I knew I'd trip over that. Karen Templeton Mebstead, who's Community Access Service Manager. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks.